This is it. Like this, if I could be put into a summer look, this would be it. I think so. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Carla if you guys are new here. Maybe you can see that something's a little bit different. I changed the background, so I officially have a space for me to like film and like do the thing, and it's just, it feels so good. Today's video is just going to be a simple get ready with me using some of my favorite products from the month of June and just some stuff that I picked up along the way. And yeah, I just wanted to show you guys. Let's just jump right in. I don't want to ramble. If you guys aren't already, I would really appreciate if you subscribe to my channel and hit that post notification bell so you don't miss out on any videos that I upload. So we're going to start off with primer, and the primer I've been loving lately is the Laura Mercier Pure Canvas Primer. I really like this primer. It's silicone free and it's incredibly hydrating. It kind of comes out like a cream, but I love this primer so much. I feel like it really hydrates my skin, and there's no like real irritating ingredients, and I feel like sometimes my skin can get so dry with the air conditioning, and I just think that this combats that. So I put this all over, focus on areas that I crease really easily, like my under eyes, the fine lines around my mouth. Be very gentle around your eye area. This product leaves a really nice glow on the skin that I love. So you guys know me, I'm not a big foundation wearer, especially in the summer. I live in a very humid climate, so it gets very sticky outside and just like not fun to wear a lot of makeup. So I'm just gonna stick with concealer because that's what I feel I need. If you guys feel like you need a little bit more coverage, use a foundation, tinted moisturizer. Tinted moisturizer is really good also for the summertime, but I'm just gonna stick with concealer. I'm going to be using my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, and I have the shade Light 2 Vanilla. I'm going to just put some under my eyes. Yo girl has not been sleeping, and you know the drill. Put some on the outer corner of my eye to conceal the darkness. Do you ever have moments where your skin just freaks out on you for no reason, and you're just like, why are you freaking out on me? I didn't do anything to you. And you just, that's where I'm at right now. I'm going to take my very dirty Miracle Complexion sponge from Real Techniques. Best sponge ever, especially for the price. You just can't beat it. Pick it up if you haven't tried it already. But I'm going to use this to blend out the concealer on my face. You guys know I love this concealer. It just leaves such a radiant finish, and it has such good coverage. Very comparable to my other favorite concealer, which is the Becca Aqua Luminous. The Becca one has a little bit less coverage, but it has the same kind of finish, and it's very natural looking. I haven't worn makeup in like over a week, and that's crazy because I used to be someone who always felt the need to wear makeup, not because I felt like I needed it necessarily, but I always felt like I just preferred the way I looked with makeup on. And now I like myself both ways, without makeup and with makeup, and I think that's cool. So as you can tell, like my skin still looks like skin. It's still like glowy, and it's partly because of my skincare along with the primer that I used. Oh my god. So I picked up my first nude sticks blush, and I am completely obsessed, and I want to buy everything in their collection. I'm in love, and I have to show you guys. So I'm going to skip cream bronzer, and I'm going to go straight into this cream blush, and I got the Nude Sticks Nudies All Over Face Glow in the shade Bareback. Now at first glance, it doesn't like look like much, but wait till you see it on my skin. You guys will die. It will, oh my god, it looks so good. Like, I don't mean to be extra or whatnot, but like this is actually the real deal. Like this is it. I've been loving this blush. I just think that it looks very natural, and I've been kind of liking the like lots of blush look, so I kind of put it all over, forehead, everywhere, you'll see. But so I just take it straight from the bullet, and I just like literally go ham, like just everywhere, just straight from the bullet. I just on the nose, like literally everywhere. Just blends into like this soft pink shade, and it just looks so natural on the skin, and I just love it. And it's buildable, and I bought it in the month of June. I just can't stop. It's like my favorite thing. And I always put a powder blush on top, but like, what? Like, this is crazy. So sometimes I'll reapply some more, and I'll go a little bit on my forehead, and I'll just keep blending it out. Blush is always the first thing to go, so I don't mind going a little bit ham, because then it will look normal in like 20 minutes. And I put it on my forehead just to like simulate that I got like a sunburn, but like without the damage. Buy one, just buy one. If you haven't bought one, buy one. Okay, so next is liquid highlighter, and I'm gonna go in with the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in the shade Champagne Pop. So Becca just came out with their Ignite Liquefied Light highlighters. They have completely different names. They have 5 different shades, and yeah, so I don't know where you can pick the old formula. I'm sure that they have similar shades, but I've just been using Champagne Pop. I love liquid highlighters in the summer. They just look so natural and pretty, and this isn't like glittery or chunky, but I kind of want to pick up one of the new highlighters just to compare, because I mean, these were a cult favorite for forever, so I wonder how much better the new ones could be. I do about half a pump on the back of my hand, and I put it on the high points of my face. So this is where I blend out the concealer. I flip it over, and I use this bottom edge to use and apply my highlighter. So I just take it on the back of my hand, take some like that, and I just put it on. I don't find that this shade is too dark on me, even though I'm pretty fair in complexion. It looks good, and it melts right into the skin. Like, you see that? Oof, girl. There's this makeup artist that I follow on Instagram. Her name is Serena Wiley, I think. Serena Wiley Makeup. I'll put the name on the screen. But like, that's kind of who just like inspires me, and just like her looks and the makeup that she does on her clients is just, it's everything, and it's everything I want to like emulate. And I always put it like above my brow, and sometimes like right where I put the blush. Once you can blind traffic when you cross the street, you know you've done it right. So you guys already know that I'm obsessed with the Laura Mercier Candle Glow Sheer Perfecting Powder, so I don't need to talk about it anymore. But it's just the perfect natural looking powder that doesn't look cakey, and it doesn't like sit on top of the skin. It's so incredibly natural looking, but it just sets, it's like a beautiful veil over your skin, and I'm completely and utterly obsessed with it. Like, this newfound love is just like without any doubt, you know. I'm gonna use an e.l.f. Flawless face brush, and I'm just gonna dig my brush in there, and I'm gonna apply it all over. Blurs my skin a little bit, and a little bit goes a long way. I can like imagine myself having this for months and not even hitting pan. Next is bronzer, and I'm gonna go in with my Hoola Light bronzer from Benefit. I just love this bronzer. I like how it sits on my skin, and it looks incredibly natural, which is the look I'm going for. This bronzer I've been loving. You guys saw when I first used this, I forgot what video it was, but I bought this bronzer in hopes that it would be good for my fair skin, because I always have trouble finding bronzers that actually like work with my fair skin. A lot of them look orange, or they just are too dark, and this is perfect. And I'm not really precise with this either. I'm just kind of bronzing up my face. I'm gonna take a fluffy brush and the same bronzer, and I'm just gonna use it to kind of like contour my nose a little bit. Nothing crazy. Bring it up to the brow. And then I kind of also use it as eyeshadow because I never know what eye look I'm gonna do, and I always just start with my bronzer just in case I decide to be lazy. And I always do under my lip just to like add a shadow. It makes it look like your lips are more pouty. Okay, so I've been loving two blushes lately. The first one is the Milani Luminoso blush. I've always loved this blush, but this just gives a different type of glow. You guys also know I'm in love with the Laura Mercier blush in the color Rosé. This one has a special place in my heart. It just looks so like natural on my skin. So I think I'm gonna use this one, even though I haven't really used this one on camera yet. I think I'm going to use this one just because it matches the aesthetic and the vibe that I'm going with, kind of like sunburnt look. Is that even like a good look to go for? I don't know, but I don't care. So I'm going to take a fluffy brush. This one's my Real Techniques multitasking brush. You guys know the drill. Put some on the back of my hand just so I don't over apply, and I'm just going to dust it in the same places that I put the Nude Sticks blush. I just really like the shade and the blendability of this blush, and I think it just looks so natural on the skin. You know how some blushes look like super powdery and like cakey looking, and then it just like doesn't blend well, but this blush doesn't do that. It looks like skin in the most like beautiful way possible, and it's just like flawlessly applies. And then whatever's left, I just apply it to the top of my forehead like that to kind of pull it all together. I can't stop using this highlighter because it's that good. It is the e.l.f. Glow Gleam Beam. It is the e.l.f. Glow Gleam Beam highlighter palette. Now they have two different shades. This is the light shade, but they have a darker palette for medium to darker skin tones. This is where it's at. I have a little bit of issues because I don't really find that the bottom shades look as pigmented as the top shades, so I really only use these top shades, but the quality and like the effect that these highlighters give your skin honestly is worth the $10, because it's so hard to find highlighters that aren't like chunky glitter that just look like glowy, just look like your skin is glowing, and that's what these highlighters do. I'm going to use MAC's Prep and Prime Fix Plus. This isn't a setting spray. It doesn't make your makeup last any longer. It just helps like get rid of the powderiness on the skin, and it smells good, and I like the mist, but it does not prolong makeup. I feel like a lot of people think that this does, but it doesn't. It's not used for that. So if you guys use a lot of like layers or powder products in your makeup routine, I would suggest getting one of these or just the Fix Plus and spray it in between each step. It makes your makeup look a whole lot more natural. So I'm gonna take just a highlighter brush, and I'm gonna go into this middle shade right here, and I'm just gonna take some, tap off any of the excess, and I'm just gonna apply it the same place where I applied the Becca, but I'm just not gonna apply as much, just right on the tops of the cheekbones like that. Like, do you see that? Oh my god, these look so good. Bring it up to the brow. They just look so glowy. Like, look at that beam. Ooh. If you've ever seen me like in real life doing my makeup, I don't really show it on here because it would make the video too long, but I buff in my highlighter for so long. I learned this trick from a YouTube video I watched years ago, that the more that you buff in the highlighter, the more natural it looks, because you're buffing it into the skin and it melts into the skin that way. So I buff it in for a while. So next we're gonna move on to brows. I'm just brushing the brows out. I've been growing them out. We don't need to comment about that. I've been obsessed with the Urban Decay brow blade. I picked this up after I saw an Instagram video. I know I shouldn't be influenced by them, but their brows looked so good, so I had to try it. I'm in love. Let's use it. So I have the shade Dark Drapes, and the concept is that it's dual-sided. So one side has a waterproof pencil, just like a normal eyebrow pencil, and then the other side has an ink stain, which is like a pen. And that's really what intrigued me about it. So I'll show you how I use it on my brows today. And just use the pencil side first. And I just lightly fill in like this part of my brows, like 2/3 of my brows. I don't do the inner portions because that's what I use the pen for. I mainly just follow my natural brow shape. The only problem with this product that a lot of people complain about is that it doesn't have a spoolie. So you have to use a separate one, but I don't really think that that makes or breaks the product. But I can see how it could get annoying. So that is one brow filled with just the pencil. It's so hard to talk when you do your brows. Okay, so that's the pencil side. Now I take, you can hear it, you shake it up a little bit just to get the ink flowing, and I do hair-like strokes in the front, kind of building it to lead into where I filled it in with the pencil, if that makes any sense. I don't know if it does, but I keep my hand back here. I don't go all the way up to the front just because I don't want a heavy hand with this. And I'll go in with a spoolie and kind of brush it out. And sometimes I'll take the pen and I'll do hair strokes down here where my brows are kind of like growing in. So lately I've just been really liking doing a winged liner with lashes, so I think that's just what I'm gonna do. I've been really liking using the L'Oreal Flash Cat eyeliner in brown. I just think brown looks a little bit softer, especially in the summertime. It lasts a long time. I like the tip of this eyeliner. You're able to get very fine lines, so it makes making a wing really easy. So that is one wing. I was holding my breath the entire time, so I think I'm going to do the other wing off camera, but you guys get the gist. When I tell you that doing this eyeliner was one of the hardest things I've ever had to do, I definitely would be lying because that's not true, but this was definitely a struggle. So for mascara, I've actually been really loving my L'Oreal Telescopic Carbon Black. Cult favorite. I just really like how this lengthens and darkens my lashes so well. I'm going to run some bronzer under my lash line just to give it a little bit of definition because I'm not applying lower mascara. So I have mascara on, and next is lashes. You guys know I don't really experiment with a whole lot of lashes. If you guys have any other lash like brands or styles that you think that I would like, leave them downstairs. Leave them in the comments down below if you guys have any recommendations for other lashes I should try, but I'm just gonna stick with my good old favorite, Ardell Foam Ink Demi Wispies. I'm gonna put these on off camera. As you guys know, it's very difficult for me to film this, but the show will go on. I just, you know, I apply lashes like everybody else, so let's go. So lashes are on, and last step for the eyes, I'm just gonna go back in with the e.l.f. palette, and I'm gonna go back into the middle shade here, and I'm gonna just pop that on my inner corners just to bring brightness. So lastly is lips, and you guys know I've been obsessed with the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk lip liner since I got it, so that's the only lip liner I've been using. It's so creamy and it lasts such a long time on the lips. It's pigmented and it's everything I've ever wanted in a lip liner, and yeah, it's the only lip liner that I've been using lately. I kind of, you know, overline the bottom of the center of the bottom of my lip and then go around my normal lip line as I go out. And then I fill it in. Kind of just like... So on really lazy days, I will use the Laneige Lip Glowy Balm in the shade Berry. It's like a pink tint lip balm. That's if I really just want something natural. So a lot of the times I will use this, but when I want to use an actual lipstick, I've just been loving MAC's Velvet Teddy. This is like a staple, and if you don't have this lipstick in your collection, definitely should pick it up. It's a gorgeous, let me swatch it. It looks different on everybody, so it's kind of crazy because some people it looks more pink. On my skin tone, it kind of comes off a little bit like orangey. I never apply lipsticks full on. All I'll do is kind of dab it on my lips, and this is a matte formula, I believe. Yeah, it's a matte lipstick, but I don't find it drying on my lips, especially if I do the technique that I'm doing now, so I'll just dab it on. So that is the completed look, just the glowing skin. You can see up close what the skin looks like. It still looks natural, it's glowing, but you know, there's still things that, you know, peek through, which is fine. If you guys want more like fuller coverage, just use a higher coverage concealer, a higher coverage foundation. Take everything I say with a grain of salt. It's just like fun here, you know, we're fun. We're fun over here. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.